Hey everybody, it's Gypsy. Look at me sitting up in my wheelchair. And I've been sitting in it for a while. I'm doing good here. You get excited about small things these days. Things I used to take for granted, like taking a stop or sitting up. I haven't really taken a stop yet. With a walker I have, but my left foot's not allowed to touch the ground. So I haven't really taken an actual step. Anyways, so this video, I hope I can make myself clear so that you guys can understand what I'm trying to say. I just was watching another person's video, someone I really like to watch a lot, and they showed some interviews and comments with SJWs, social justice warriors. It really gets you to thinking, okay, there's a lot of weird. I'm sorry. I'm, living in New Mexico, and I have my one wall in my room is windows, just totally windows. And it's beautiful. So anyways, I'd like to first say I am neither on the left or the right. I take each individual topic or situation and I think about it. I don't make a decision based on who people think I am. A lot of people, they think I'm conservative, but I'm not, because in many issues you would think, well, I'm liberal. So the meaning of liberal has changed, so I have trouble using that word on the left. Let's say that. But no, I take it topic by topic, and believe me, I am neither one, and I would be embarrassed to claim either side, because both sides say and do the stupidest thing, and nobody's thinking. It is really sad, but it's like they are asking these people questions, a lot of them political or historical or whatever, and it's like, whose fault do you think this is or that is? And it's like, you could tell these people that were being asked these questions, they don't even think. They're just reciting from a script. They're not thinking about it. Now, you guys know I don't like government. I don't like politicians. If somebody becomes a politician, I have trouble liking them and trusting them. I do. I don't believe our presidents, none of them, not just this one, none of them have ever been in control. They're puppets. Somebody's pulling the strings. So I don't believe any of this shit. So when you ask an SJW if Biden is doing better than Trump did, well, naturally, I'm sorry, I need a moment. They're going to say, of course, Biden's doing better. When it's that blatantly obvious, I have trouble holding my giggles. And it's like, really? You're that dumb? We can't see, no eyes. At least have two if you can't have all three. So it's like, I have trouble with that one. But then on the other side, to say, oh, Trump is wonderful and etc. No. First of all, no one is. There is no savior. Nobody's going to come and save any of you. Nobody. Okay? And, Trump came in promising a lot of stuff he didn't follow through with. Again, he is being, it is probably being controlled by those further up. Our government doesn't have any, come on, people. You really think that? It's the drugs. Anyways, and it really gets me to thinking nobody's really thinking about anything. They're just spewing what they hear. And a lot of times I'll hear like horrific statistics, whether it be about murder, rape, prejudice, racism, abortion, and I have to consider, well, how do we know that number is true? Even if you get it from someplace you think is a reliable source, and is even known to be a reliable source, how do we know those numbers are right? But I don't know, it just doesn't make any sense to me. because both sides have things I don't agree with, you know? But to hear people spouting things and saying, like, I wish I could remember this one thing. I wanted to hang on to it, but I'm in the hospital on painkillers. That they brought up to an SJW that both Biden and Trump did. Same exact thing. But this person seemed to think, well, things are different now. So it was okay for Biden to do it, but not okay for Trump. Then it was pointed out that Obama did something, and this, well, it's different. Well, when somebody does that, you can tell they're not thinking. They're just, spouting the company line. Nobody's thinking for themselves anymore. I wish I had my t-shirt with me, Normalize Critical Thinking. I love that one. Got it from Clown Worlds. It's a website. I don't have that on me, but if you just Google them, they have amazing t-shirts. It's like I keep thinking, how are we ever going to heal this planet when nobody's thinking? It's like people want to argue, they want to fight, they just want something to be angry at each other for. And then I guess that's why social justice warrior, that term upsets me, because that behavior is the opposite of a social justice warrior. And then these same social justice warriors will act like they're fighting racism when they come right out and tell you, well, all right, let's say black people. I'm going to say it. Black people are not capable, and they need our help because they don't have the ability to make a good life for themselves. So we have to step aside and, well, let them have jobs that they're not qualified for. Now, when I say that, I'm not talking on a racist level here. Everybody, no matter what color you are, I don't care if you're purple, there are jobs out there that you're not qualified for. Even if you're a white male, a white heterosexual male, even then, you have jobs you're not qualified for. You won't get hired for. At least that used to happen in my day. If you weren't qualified, you didn't get hired. It didn't matter the color of your skin. So it's like, so you have these SJWs insulting a whole group of people who all have their own talents and capabilities. Okay? Now, you're not going to, all right, hire a doctor just because, well, he's black. Are you? God, I hope not. The doctor better have qualifications too. Like in my case right now, surgery, the doctor better have damn good qualifications and went to a good school and everything else, because if you're cutting me open, you better know what you're doing. I don't care the color of your skin. I don't, because you know what? All right, my first boyfriend was black. The guy was a genius. I mean, my God, he was very smart. Now, this does not mean he was qualified for everything. He was more like it's hard to explain because we didn't really have computers back when we were young. I mean, they existed, but we didn't have them. But he would be more along the lines of a computer geek genius. I mean, this guy knew everything. The only thing he didn't have was common sense, because most geniuses, that's not racist. I'm talking about all geniuses. I don't care the color of your skin, again, don't have common sense. But anyways, just because, all right, my first boyfriend was smart, but oh my God, he was black. So that must be there are smart black people. And then you have the average, IQ black people. Like I don't know if I'm slightly above average, 115 to 120. Average, IQ white person. I mean, it's like, go with your inside abilities. Not the color of your skin. Boy, we make a mistake when we start thinking it's based on the color of your skin. But when you insult an entire race by selling them, we white people will help you. We'll get rid of the masculine white people and push them out of the way, and we'll make sure you get jobs, because if you have to compete with anybody, you can't do it. So let us take care of you. If somebody said that to me, I mean, I would beat the shit out of them. It's an insult. Like I said, there is no one race on this planet that is any more or less stupid than another. It's just individual people who are more or less stupid than others. This place is so weird. This planet, it's strange. I'm sorry. I listen to these people talk and I'm going, yeah, I'm sure my first boyfriend, I haven't seen him in decades. I'm sure he has a very good job right now. He's doing well. Yeah, he was a go-getter. He was smart. Despite, all those white heterosexual men around him. Because the high school he went to was mostly white, mostly made up of Italians and Jews. I don't know why we were there. We just were. Yeah, I mean, come on. This is so stupid. And so, yeah, if you're a Republican president, it doesn't matter what you did in the eyes of the SJW, you're always right. I mean, you're always wrong, even if it was right. Can politicians be right? Do they ever do good? I have trouble believing that one. Even when it sounds right, I'm going, what are you up to? Right. And then on the flip side for SJWs, if they're more of a leftist president, well, they can do no wrong, even when they are doing wrong. And the reverse goes for the extreme left. Now, I'm not going to use MAGA. I hate that term because it stands for Make America Great Again. Now, if you're living in a country, especially if you were born and raised here, and you don't want your home to be great, I think you have a mental illness. My younger son once misinterpreted something I said about America. He thought I hated America. And I literally got tears in my eyes. And I said, no. I said, I love my country so much. And this was years ago, before all this, the weird shit really became prevalent. I said, I love my country so much that I am angry at what I see going on here. And what we always, always must remember, there is a difference between a government and the country and the people. Governments are not the people. So when you are angry at a certain country's government, why would you be angry at the people? It's not their fault. Look how little control you have here in America with our government. So how could you say an entire population of a country is bad because their government is? You can't. In a country, I'm sorry, I'm looking out the window again because it's gorgeous. We live in a gorgeous country. It's beautiful. How can a country, a piece of land, be bad? How could it be racist? It can't. Everything is what you make it. And if you want to be bitter and angry for bizarre reasons, I mean, there's righteous anger, but then there's just stupid anger when you're just spouting this stuff. Less than 100 years ago, my family moved to America. I'm proud to be American, just like I'm proud of my heritage, where my family's from. And we still, if you don't like it here, get out. If it's that bad for you here, leave. Okay, that's always an option. We have that freedom. If there's a country you like better, go there. I'm not happy with everything going on in our country. I hate the government. And then I see some of the citizens acting like lunatics, and I question them. What I don't question is my love for my country. I love my country. I love the America I grew up in, whether you young people think it's good or not. I think the America, the young people, and not all young people, there's a lot of young people out there fighting for this country, and it makes me proud. It makes me very proud. But the ones who have been misinformed and are just buying into it without thinking, honey, you don't have to stay here. You could go. If you're over 18, bye-bye. Okay? Yeah, we need to fight against our government and what it's doing, because this is not the way our country was meant to be. We need to get the real America back. Okay. Now, oh, but the real America is about slavery and stuff. Like, well, all right, let's go through the globe and see what country never was for slavery. And I mean any kind of slavery. I don't know. How did those slaves get here? You know, like the Americans or who pioneers, whatever the hell they were, they went to Africa and just got slaves. There was no one in power in Africa who did not put a stop to it? Or was there people in Africa, Africans with dark skin, who wanted to make money and get rich off of selling people? Who knows? Were we there? But we got to think about that. There's not one country who is in this planet, and I don't care what color, what race, that has not done something to hurt humanity ever. Does that mean you should hate your country and tear it apart, tear apart its people? No. It means you should strive for a better country and a better globe. But when you're going around insulting everybody and talking about how horrible it is, it doesn't change a thing. It only makes it worse, because what you focus on grows. Okay, so you're sitting here focusing on all this bad stuff. That's all you're ever going to see, and it's all you're ever going to be able to create. Because if you can't see anything else, you can't create anything else. Okay? So we need to start focusing on the more positive things. Because I know, one, America, yes, can be great again. Other countries can be great again. The entire planet can be great again. So, it's all going to be what we choose to make it. We want to keep focusing on this stupid, awful shit. Well, that's what we're just going to get more of it. If everybody could just be left alone to live their own lives, they'd be happy, because you'd be able to live the life you want, instead of somebody saying, oh, I'll get you in that job because you're not capable, because you're of African descent, or maybe you're of Mediterranean descent, or Middle Eastern descent, and you can't do it yourself. So we're going to do it. We have to take care of you. And just mind your own business. Okay?